Hello, Gemini, and welcome. These messages will be for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for September. But of course, time is flexible and fluid. So you may find resonance with these messages whenever you view them, or you may find none at all since they are general. So just take anything that resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. And remember, Gemini, never put anyone else's judgment or opinion above your own. You know what's best for you, and the cards are just here as guides. So, welcome to High Priestess Influence. If you resonate with this or you just want to support the channel, don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave. Let's get into the messages. So, you only had one card jump out for each position, so I feel that's interesting. I'm going to speak as if it's September, even though time is approximate. So I'm going to say prior to September. You've had a lot on your mind. You've been worried. Some of you haven't been sleeping well. I'm feeling for some of you that experience of, being out with people and then getting home and saying, oh, why did I say that? Oh, I wonder if people took that wrong. I feel, in other words, I'm getting the feeling like some of you are worried about things that you said or did. Okay, that won't be everybody, but definitely feeling like some of you are worried about what you said or did in front of others or to others or something like that. But definitely moving into it, this feeling of concern, worry, losing sleep. So now, this is powerful because you find yourself in September going through major changes, Gemini, major changes, like developing a new way of being in the world, opening up. I just got a sense of maturing, like growing up. And it doesn't really matter how old you are, but like a new level of expansion, I guess you'd say. I just got the feeling that some of you are really starting to recognize that when you judge others, or even yourself, but let's say others, when you judge others, it's really a low vibrational way of being, and you're starting to see things in a whole new light. You're starting to realize that what anyone else does, now this is kind of specific, but see, in September, you might find yourself experiencing this. You're starting to get the feeling, though, that whatever anyone else does, it doesn't concern you. It shouldn't affect you. It shouldn't affect your vibration. It shouldn't affect your alignment. And also you're getting the feeling it's none of your business because you're understanding that everyone is at a different place in their lives. Everyone's in different places in their lives, and they've had different experiences, and they've even had different past life experiences. In other words, the level of experience, maturity, and expansion that each person brings to the table is different, and you're starting to recognize that. And that's a really high vibration to live in. To live in a state of not judging others is extremely high and extremely, I don't want to say difficult, because, our natural being is non-judgmental, right? The non-physical part of us isn't judging anything. It's just being and going with the flow and rolling with things. And we come here and we get caught up in all the vibrations of others around us, all the experiences of others around us, and then we have our own experiences, and we start to create judgments and become judgmental and join in, even in the conversations, right? But I'm feeling here like you're recognizing that you judging others is like a waste of your time and energy, and all it does is lower your vibration, and it doesn't change anything that the other people do. Oh my God, that's really powerful, Gemini. So you can look at this as a challenge or an opportunity. Let's word it in the positive. You have the opportunity of going through, going through this transition and coming out on the other side a brand new you. And I really do think this is an opportunity, though, Gemini, because I really feel like you are doing this. Okay? So as you move into the next month, see if you recognize this. See if you recognize, maybe you've been like, oh yeah, some of you have been concerned with what others around you are doing and even worried about them. And you're realizing that what they do has nothing to do with you. And even if they are loved ones, they have their own intentions coming into this life. They have their own internal decision-making mechanisms. They will do what they do. And you've been worried about them, but now you're coming to the realization, again, that might not be everyone, but I feel like someone needed to hear that. You may have loved ones, relatives, even, a lot of times it's children who are doing things that you might not agree with, or you might not want them to because you worry about them. It makes you worry about them, but you're starting to, again, reserve judgment. You're realizing that it's none of your business. None of your business. It's none of your business what anybody else does, right? And you're really starting to internalize that, and you have the opportunity here to let both of these cards really are very similar in that respect, right? It's like the death of the old you and the transition of the new you, and it's a natural death. It's a natural progression. A natural transformation. So it's you becoming a new you. And can you be easy about it? Can you go with the flow? Can you accept the way others be in the world and you be how you be in the world? I think you can. And with the Hierophant reversed in the short-term outcome position, I'm feeling like you are, I love the Hierophant reversed because for me, the Hierophant reversed is like rebel in a good way, not in an obnoxious way, in your face kind of way. No, this is you doing your own thing. Rebel is not really the right word. It's just you doing your own thing, regardless of what other people think, like taking your own path, taking the path less traveled, taking the path, oh wow, okay. And this is you doing your thing and you allowing others to do their thing. So yeah, if you've been concerned about others, it could even be, some of you might be concerning yourself with others outside your personal experience. Like, oh, those people are doing this and those people are doing that, and they're doing this, and now I think you're realizing I'm going to let them be and I'm going to be, because we're all coming at this from a different perspective, and I'm going to just focus on my perspective, do things my own way, take my own path, even if it's the path less traveled, even if it's the path that others don't agree with. And if others choose to take a path that I don't agree with, I'm going to be okay with that too, because I'm a new person. I am transformed. Wow, this is really powerful stuff. Gemini, I feel as though many of you are going through a major transition in the way you see possibly your loved ones, the people you care about in your life, but also the way you see other people and situations in general. And you're being much more easy about it. You're being much more laid back. You're Live and let live. Live and let live. High vibration, really. If you can let other people just live and you don't judge them, that's a high vibration for you to be in, right? It's not even so much, oh, don't judge others for their sake. It's don't judge others for your sake. It matters, when you judge other people, that usually when we're judgmental of others, right? We're judging them in a negative way. So we're feeling negative emotion. And that brings our vibration down. That makes us emit a lower vibration out into the world, and then we attract lower stuff to us. And we get what we expect. So if we're expecting negative things of the people in our lives or the people out there in general, then that's what we're attracting to us. That's what we're seeing. That's what we're experiencing. And you're really internalizing this, Gemini, and bringing yourself to a whole new level. And yeah, you just want to kind of cut through all the noise. You want to cut through the noise. Okay, so for some of you, this really is the bigger picture of society, I think. You just want to break free, and the Page of Swords, it's a very youthful energy, regardless of your age. It's like you just want to start fresh. You want to move forward in the next, I feel like this is about the next phase of your being here. The next phase of your being, you want to move into that like with a whole new belief system, a whole new way of looking at the world, a whole new way of communicating with the world also. Watching, not watching your words, that's too much effort. Being deliberate about your words, being deliberate about the story you tell and what you focus on and how you interact with people. Wow, you are being more deliberate in your communication with others. Wow, okay. And I really love that, because I did get the sense that some of you were worried about things that you say. You might be worried about things that you say and how you are perceived. And it's kind of like you want to go out there in the world and be clear. You want to go out there in the world and be understood. I feel, Gemini, as though at least those of you Geminis who are watching this, you have good intentions, you have a good heart, and you sometimes feel misunderstood and you worry about that. And now you've got a whole new clarity about being, and you realize that when you just live and let live, and you're living in that high vibrational state, that others are letting you live also and not judging you, and you have a clarity about you that I feel like others can really get behind, can really appreciate. An honesty, a clarity, but I want to say in a heartfelt way, or a just like a considerate way, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I feel like you're moving forward. You're more honest with yourself. You're more honest with each other. But you're it's almost like you're more skilled at it or something. Again, a growth, a maturity, and a fresh way of being in the world. So subconsciously here, you want something new. You have, I feel like, an adventurous side that maybe is like, has been bottled up or contained for a little while, but you have this side to you that is looking for adventure, looking for, you're actually ready to take action, to set things in motion, to start something, to create something. And this could be anything. This feels very, very general to me. I'm not getting, if I get anything specific, I'll come back to it. But I just feel like, the adventurer in you is waiting to come out and like start some sort of a journey, some sort of a, you know what? Actually, I was talking about the next phase of your life. It's kind of like you deep down, you're feeling inspired, and you've got the vision. I feel like you've got the vision. It's just waiting to like emerge, for that next phase, to actually take action and do something. So you are being advised here to let go of the past. And you know what? Yeah, this is your past. Worrying about saying the wrong thing, being overly concerned about maybe how people view you, what they think of you. And you are being advised to let that go with the devil reversed here. Let go of those old thought patterns. Let go of those old ways of being in the world. So it's really just encouragement for this situation here that you find yourself in. I'm going to put this card here so we can see all of them. It's really just backup. In other words, Gemini, yes, get behind this. Let go of past judgment of yourself. Yes, again, some of you have been judging yourself. Oh, why did I say that? That was so stupid. I shouldn't have done that. What do people think of me? Yeah. And you need to let that go because that serves you not at all. That lowers your vibration, that lowers your point of attraction, like your normal set level of attraction. We all have this level that we vibrate at, and we have control over it for sure. But most of us just are our vibration, our alignment, or a lack thereof. It's by default. We see this, we feel that when we're just all haphazard about it. We're not deliberate about it. And there's a tendency to go back to the past and think about those things, those times. Listen, as much awareness as I have, I do it also. It's human, and this old dogs can learn new tricks. I know that. I've seen it. I've actually experienced it. But even when the old dog learns a new trick, sometimes we slip back up because we are human, and some of us are old dogs or what have you. We've been around for a while, so we have lots of long-term habits that are kind of like ingrained in us from the time we were very young, and we carried those beliefs for so long that we do slip up now and then, and those past things creep into our minds, and then we dwell on them, and then we worry about them when we get into that nine of swords energy, right? And then now, prior to being aware of this, people just live their lives like that and don't think anything of it. But once you become aware of that, you can cut it off. And that's what I'm feeling here with the devil card. It's like, Gemini, be deliberate about letting go of anything from the past that no longer serves you. If you've got great memories and you want to dredge them up and you want to talk about them, that's amazing. That's great. But do not talk about anything from your past that you didn't like, that doesn't serve you. There's no point in rehashing it, either in your mind or in your voice, in your words. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that new way of speaking in the world. You're no longer going to speak about the things from your past that don't serve you. This is powerful stuff, Gemini. Gemini, do you have someone in your life who's a good role model for this? Or maybe who wants to get on board with you? Because I feel like there's someone who is a role model for you, who lives in a state of, not 100% of the time, nobody does, but who generally lives in a state of high vibration, who feels good in their own skin, who feels worthy, who experiences well-being, who looks at the world in a positive way, who has high expectations for their lives, who has high expectations for other people. Is there a role model for you? I'm sensing that there is someone who can influence you, someone who often exhibits this Nine of Pentacles energy, which for me is utter well-being, maybe even experiencing luxury. Now, it could be monetary luxury, material luxury, but it doesn't even have to be. It could just be a high vibration, high expectation, having a positive outlook and expressing it out into the world, looking at the world mostly from a state of unconditional love. In other words, this person is someone who generally has a love for all people, all creatures, all situations, all things, regardless of what's going on in their own life, or regardless of what the conditions are. This person just is just like a love. This person is just a love. And if you have this person in your life, use this person as a role model. And I'm getting the feeling, listen to this person or think about this person. Even if you're looking to raise your vibration, think, oh, this person is so upbeat, so positive. This person always has good things to say. This person always makes me feel good. If you have this person in your life, then let this person influence you. And if you're not sure, try to think about anybody you have, or maybe you have like somebody, you might even listen to people on YouTube or something, or podcasts or something. You might listen to spiritual people or something like that who raise your vibration. This might be encouraging you to spend more time in that vibration, listening to that, or reading something, or what have you. But I feel as though many of you have someone in your life whom you could look at and say, wow, that's the way I want to be. That's the way I want to live my life. That's the way I want to feel and think. And even if it's not someone, in your personal life, and it's a role model, like, they're maybe a self-help kind of person or something like that. I don't know. But I feel like there's somebody that you can turn to. Okay. So you have your desires, your hopes, your focus in the right place. Ooh, wow. A huge butterfly just went by my window. I wish I could have gotten a better look at it, but it's gone. Hopefully it will come back. I feel like but when I see things like that, Gemini, I feel like that's a good sign. Oh, butterfly. Yes, butterfly, about, transitioning, right? Emerging as the butterfly. I feel like that is part of your message here, because, you're progressing, you're moving forward, you're moving toward smoother waters, if you want to take the card literally, right? With the Six of Swords. You're hoping that you're moving in the right direction, you're moving in a better place. And I can tell you very assuredly, Gemini, that you are. You are moving in the right direction. You are moving to a better place of being. This is really, really powerful for you, Gemini. I feel like you're going, the smooth waters, I feel, are in your mind. I feel like you're going to a better place of being in your mind. Like, if you recognize that negative self-chatter, that worry over what you said and did, that kind of stuff, that's like smoothing out. I feel like you're getting control, is kind of not the best way to put it, but for lack of a better way of putting it, I'm going to say you're gaining control over your that expression, monkey mind. You're gaining control over your runaway thoughts, and you're smoothing it out. And I feel almost like I almost feel like a sense of a clearing of the mind, right? Like a meditative state, or even, what, Gemini, I'm feeling compelled to tell you something I've never been compelled to say before, I don't think, but if you could every once in a while take a moment and literally just stop thinking about anything for just even a few seconds, that would like raise your vibration. That would be a really big help. So it's really weird. So let's say, I mean, hopefully you want to listen to the rest of these messages, or even pause it, right? You could pause this right now. I was going to say do it at the end, but you could pause right now and just clear your mind for, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, or as long as you feel like you can. Just like clear it, like you're thinking of nothing. And you know what? The moment a thought comes in, then just be like, okay, and I'm done with that and move on. But I know it sounds weird, but I feel like I'm supposed to tell you this to try to do that now and then throughout your day. And that's what I'm feeling with this Six of Swords. Like you can deliberately smooth out your mind, but you want to do that, and actually, you're hoping you can do that, and I guess that's your desire has elicited that message. So take it for what it's worth. Give it a try. I mean, I'm not Gemini, but I might try that myself, actually. So interesting, your long-term outcome. The Five of Swords reversed. Wow. Okay, so you actually, like, you're going to change your ways is basically what I'm thinking. You're no longer going to, okay, let me see if I can say this clearly. You're no longer going to say anything that to others that like offends them or that makes them think badly of you, because you no longer concern yourself with it. Does that make sense? It's kind of like that expression, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? Which comes first? You no longer worry about it, or you no longer say these things? I think it's like a cycle. I'm like picturing like, like a clock, or even like, like the Wheel of Fortune or wheel, right? I'm picturing like you being in a cycle of, I don't worry about what I say to anybody else anymore, or do, and because I don't do anything that I should worry about. And like, which comes first? Are you not saying things and that's why you're not worried about it, or you're not worried about it so you wouldn't even notice if you said anything? Either way, it's a really good place to be. So you bring a major change in the way you be with people, the way you communicate. I feel like you're bringing a new way of communicating with the world, and it's through your vibration and that flow of not worrying about it, not taking it so seriously. And I also just felt compelled to say that, Gemini, one thing that could get you started on the way of not worrying about what other people think about you, and not judging yourself and not thinking that they're judging you, is by being aware that so many other people are thinking the same thing you are. They're so worried about what you and others are thinking about them that they're not even aware of this. And even if you said something that seemed weird to them or made them judge you in the moment, they let it go so quickly. They let it go so quickly because they're so wrapped up in their own stuff. So we are all so wrapped up in ourselves and egocentric that we're not noticing all this stuff. So all of us are all so worried about what everyone thinks about what we're doing and what we're saying that we don't even realize that the other people are so wrapped up in it too that they're not even noticing us that much. They're just not noticing as much as us as much as we think they are. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because they're not taking something that you said and carrying it with them for the long haul. Okay, maybe if it was something major, it might take longer for them to let it go. But you're beyond that in September, or the next month of whenever you're viewing this. You're beyond that. Wow, this is pretty powerful. It's a new way of you being in the world. So overall, Gemini, it's time to stop judging others, stop judging yourself, stop worrying about what other people think about what you've said or done, letting go of old habits of being, cutting through all of the noise, finding that role model, recognizing that role model and say, yeah, I want to be like that person. I want my vibration to be like that. And when I said that, I got like a really like serene feeling go through me. Like, I want to be like that person. That person is really aligned most of the time. No one's aligned 100% of the time, but that person, that person's really, got it going on. realize you're going to a better place, and you're changing your whole way of looking at the world, looking at your relationships with others, looking at the way you interact with other people, looking at the way other people interact with each other, looking at the way people interact with a situation. You're changing your ways, and it's for the better. It's for the better. Smoothing out all that negative chit chat in your mind, letting it go, letting go of those old habits. Amazing, 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 Gemini. Okay, let us pull a Law of Attraction card for you, and then we'll pull an Angel of Light card for you for additional guidance, messages, encouragement. Okay, one jumped. We have, I can deliberately reach for joyous thoughts. Okay, yeah, we were talking a lot about thoughts, and if you have joyous thoughts, then you never have to worry about anything. In other words, when you are in a state of joy, you wouldn't even be able to worry about what anyone else thinks. And when you're in a state of joy, you wouldn't be judging anyone else either. In seeking and finding joy, you not only find perfect alignment with your inner being and with who you really are, okay, your inner being and who you really are. That's the same thing. It's just who you really are is just another way of saying inner being. But you also find vibrational alignment with all things that you desire. When joy is really important to you, you will not allow yourself to focus upon things that do not feel good. And the result of thinking only thoughts that feel good will then cause you to create a wonderful life filled with all the things you desire. So I also just got another message, and that is when you clear your mind of the clutter, right? When you tap into that Page of Swords energy and just clear all the clutter from your mind, you're making room for the joyful thoughts, the joyous thoughts, the thoughts of happiness. This is the devil reverse too, is encouraging you to clean out that old stuff, clean out the cobwebs, and make room for the thoughts that are high vibrational, thoughts of things you desire, thoughts of things that are fun, that make you happy, that make you feel serene or satisfied. Making room for the happy thoughts. I love it, Gemini. Okay, let's pull an Angel of Light card also. I love these cards. Oh, one just like snuck right out there. Okay, we have mercy. That's interesting. Mercy. To develop the quality of mercy, forgive yourself and everyone around you. All right, this kind of goes with that energy of judgment and the Death card, letting it go. And even the Five of Swords reversed. You're not going to judge others anymore. You're not going to get into it with them or get into it about them in your mind, or whether it's in person or whether your thoughts about them. It's just a major change, right? Be magnanimous, see the good in others, and give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, there you go. We were talking about this. This is really important. This energy of judgment and the Death card, allowing yourself to progress, allowing the old way of you thinking about others to die out and make room for the new you, the new feelings, the new thoughts, making space for it, right? Well, when you reserve judgment, that you are being magnanimous. You are giving people the benefit of the doubt. When I said you're starting to realize that everyone's coming from a different place, different experiences, different level of expansion. They might not be as far expanded as you, and they can't see things your way. So you're giving them the benefit of the doubt by recognizing that and saying, okay, that's their stuff. I'm going to let them be and I be. Yeah, we're talking about live and let live here. Okay, open up to compassion, but most of all, access the wisdom within that recognizes the divine in every creature. Oh, that's true. You not only want to recognize the divine within yourself, that inner being, that all-powerful, non-physical, eternal part of you, but everyone has that. Everyone has that. And everyone else came here with different intentions than you, and that's fine. And you're recognizing that, Gemini, very high vibration. When you temper your attitude to others with mercy, you offer them grace. You spread much light, joy, and freedom, and empower others to find the good in themselves. Choosing this card may mean that the angels of mercy are offering you release from your pain or difficulties. Accept it graciously. And the affirmation says, I am merciful. So, you know what, Gemini, this message may not be like sexy and predicting you're going to win the lottery or anything like that, but this, if you're still with me, I would assume if you're still with me that this, you're finding resonance with this. This is really powerful because when you let go of judgment of others, when you give them the benefit of the doubt and you realize that their experience is totally different from yours and you're going to do your thing, you're going to be you and they're going to be them. When you can do that, wow, that raises your vibration so much that you just start attracting better experiences to yourself. You can manifest physical things, you can manifest great experiences, you can attract people who match your high vibration to you, and your everyday life just improves. It just improves. So this is a pretty profound message here for you, Gemini, for September or whenever, whatever month you're watching it for. This is a really profound message, and I really hope that if you're still listening to it, it's because you're taking it to heart. So Gemini, go with it. Go with it. I love it. All the best to you. Have a great, great month. If you feel compelled to let me know in the comments about this, I would love to know. But either way, but do if you resonate with it, just do me a favor, give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And I'll see you soon, Gemini.